educated people. My name's Shayla Faulkner.
And I'm Casey Halslander, and today we're going to educate you on
the fall of the Inca Empire. You may already have some knowledge about pre-Columbian advanced civilizations, but your brain is a worthless piece of forgetful garbage, so let us just refresh your memory.
So Shayla, just what exactly was the Inca Empire?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Casey. In 1418, the Inca Empire was established, and in the 16th century grew to be the largest empire on the whole entire planet. At the time, it was pretty massive, and as you can see on this nifty map here that I just edited over Casey's beautiful face, it stretched down the west coast of South America from modern-day Ecuador down to the northern parts of Chile and Argentina.
It covered roughly 300,000 square miles and had a population of 12 million people, which isn't that impressive by today's standards, as Pennsylvania's current population is around 12.8 million and roughly only a seventh of the Inca's empire area. Yes, I calculated that myself. Thank you, Miss Button.
Like all empires, this one required a supreme authority to function. And ironically, this requirement was also the empire's downfall. But we'll get to that in a minute.
The empire operated under their religious-based feudal system. Inca religion was based on the belief that multiple gods created and controlled the universe, the most important in this case being the almighty god Inti.
Incas believed Inti hand-chose certain individuals and gave them the right to rule, and considered the chosen few the children of the sun. So basically, anyone who could speak the Inca language was given privileged status and took on political, religious, and other hierarchy roles.
So now that you have the background, we can finally discuss how and why such a great major empire crumbled. There were a lot of factors that led to the fall of the Inca Empire. In 1527, the great Inca emperor was killed from smallpox. May he rest in peace.
Naturally, the Incas needed a new ruler, but who would lead?
The emperor's son, of course, except there was one problem. The emperor had two sons.
And instead of creating a fair and rational system to decide who would receive the right to preside over the world's largest empire, the brothers resorted to the only other option: violently waging war over each other and forcing their citizens to support a side and murder each other. It really brings a new meaning to fighting with your siblings.
Not only were the Incas dying because of the Civil War, Europe brought over disease, so they were suffering from the very thing that killed the great emperor and led to the war. May he rest in peace again.
The Incas did have a lot of internal issues. However, this was not the main cause of their downfall. No, we leave that up to this singular Spanish guy named Francisco Pizarro.
Like most people, this Spanish boy wanted to get rich. He traveled from Spain to South America in search of gold in the New World. He was getting up there in his years, and this was his last chance at fame and glory. So he set sail on two small caravel merchant ships with 168 other men. After several unsuccessful attempts, he was on the verge of giving up, but finally began discovering more civilized areas, and in 1532, he finally arrived in Cusco, aka the Inca Empire.
He came, he saw, and he conquered.
Pizarro arrived on Friday, November 15th, 1532, and Atahualpa, one of the two brothers, had just won victory in the 6-year civil war to gain rulership.
Pizarro was like, "Hello, I'm here," and sent word that he wished to meet Atahualpa. Atahualpa was like, "Yeah, sure, why not? Come on over. I've got like an 8,000 member army and you've got a bunch of ponies, so like, what could you possibly do to me?" So if all came to all, he thought he would just outnumber and kill Pizarro.
So they met and they had a nice chat while enjoying some drinks and watching some nice Spanish horsemanship. They just shared a casual and peaceful afternoon like any two good friends would.
Yeah, but like those people that you are forced to pretend you actually like, but like secretly you really want to murder them. And in this case, literally. As soon as Pizarro parted from Atahualpa's property, both parties planned to kill each other at first opportunity. The next day, Pizarro plotted an ambush and waited for Atahualpa to arrive in the main square.
When the emperor and his officials arrived, Pizarro shot off small cannons while his men, who were protected in armor and wielding guns, charged into attack on horseback.
Try as they might, the Incas stood zero chance with their useless spears, arrows, and clubs. The Spanish shot them down, one by one, killing around 7,000 men, while the Spanish didn't even lose a single person.
During the outbreak, Pizarro gave Atahualpa a nice big conk on the head, knocked him out, and captured him alive.
They held him for ransom and promised him that if he gave them treasures, they would spare his life and let him return to his people.
Psych! This is what would be the equivalent of 50 million in gold by today's standards, and killed him by strangulation after holding him prisoner for almost a year.
After Atahualpa's death, may he rest in peace, the Incas no longer had anyone to lead them, and they quickly fell apart.
The Spanish quickly conquered the rest of the territory, and the great empire that once prosperously thrived ceased to exist.
And that, my friends, is how the Inca Empire fell. I'm Shayla Faulkner.
And I'm Casey Holslander. Thank you so much for watching this fast course. Ciao!
Do you want to use that pillow?
Yes. During the outbreak, Pizarro gave Atahualpa a nice big conk on the head.
Beautiful, nifty, nap here. Needed to be up. Wait, and then I come up from here and I'm just like, hello.
The Incan Empire. The empire operated under the Inca religion. The most important in case being I hate this so much. The Inca. This is the worst thing possible to happen right now. The most important in this case being the almighty sun god Inti. John, I hate you!
What am I supposed to do?
Oh my gosh! Just put it behind the next thing. Oh my gosh! I did that 5 freaking times. So he set sail on 2 small merchant ships.
Caramel.
Caravel?
Caramel?
Say however you want.
Caramel?
Caramel ships.
Camel? Caramel?
Carvel?
Camel.
Caravel?
Camel.
Shut up. After several years,
Where do you see the word
Shut up.
years in there? The Inca and waited for Atahualpa to arrive in the main square. The Incas stood zero chance with their pathetic and meager arrows, spears, and spears.
Like the sword?
No, not the sword.
Okay. This chair is way too high for me in order for me to do that.
Now you are shorter.
Thank you.